lovelies, hi my babies, and hi my beautiful best friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Reyna, and if you are new here, welcome. It's great to have you. Also, make sure you check out the bio. There's a bunch of stuff. Everything's in there. Coaching, one-on-one calls, Patreon, and also I have the master classes coming out soon. So make sure you keep up with that. But today we're jumping into visualization, and I want to talk about this because I feel like the art of visualization can go one of two ways. It can go, we're visualizing something that we do not need and we know we don't need, or we're visualizing something that's so big that our fears themselves push them down. So I want to talk about visualization, and I want to address this beforehand. I was taught visualization by Joe Dispenza. So with that being said, I will definitely link all of his social medias down below so that you can check them out as well, because me and my father were taught by him. So today we're going to start with this. Okay. Visualization is one of those things that in life we have to understand we are co-creators of the universe. We are not servants, and yes, to a point we are servants, but we are co-creators of the universe. We create what we want. We make it happen. We believe it's going to happen. So if you think the same thoughts, you are living in your past beliefs. So if you are constantly saying like, I only get crappy people, I only get bad decisions, I only get this, I only get that, or I've always had somebody abuse me, I've always had somebody treat me like crap, that's what's going to happen, because you are living in your past life and not understanding that what happened in the past happens. But that's why you have to just forgive and move on, because in order for you to create a new future, you have to let go of what's in the past. There is no possible way in this entire world that you can move forward with holding on to the past. Most of the time, I see this a lot, especially with clients and stuff like that. A lot of my clients are like, I can't forgive, I can't move on, this person did this to me. But it's always the act of how to forgive when you can't forget, which is the issue at hand with a lot of people, where they get very stuck in this phase. Now, if you are attached to your past, if you are attached to past people, if you are attached to past things, it's most likely because you are truly desirably loving of your past. You don't see a significance in moving forward. You don't see a significance yet. You may see the significance, but you don't see, your subconscious mind might not be able to see the significance of visualizing differently, seeing a different outcome, because you want that outcome that you've always wanted. So with me in relationships, I always wanted an outcome with a person who I knew probably wasn't good for me, but I always wanted this outcome. What happened was I was visualizing something that was not meant for me, not in my alignment, and I was seeing it as I was loving that past. I was loving that past person when I should have loved what could be. Okay? You're telling yourself stories about how life is and not what you want life to become. This is something that I do, and I know a lot of women do, is that we talk about during this current time, I don't have money, I'm broke, I'm paying bills, I have a crappy boyfriend, he's always going to treat me like crap. We're telling ourselves stories about what's happening in the present time and not what we want to happen in the future time, which is what we should be saying, because when you visualize, it's always a future belief, but it's a future picture, but a belief at this moment, if that makes sense. Okay. Whenever you talk about past events that have changed you, it's most likely because you are ready to move on from the situation, but you're ready to grow, help, and impact on that situation. Personally, for me, when I see my past and I look at the things that I've been through in life, I take it with a grain of salt, but I also take it, like you hear me talk about my exes a lot on here, but that's because personally for me, they helped me get to other steps in my life, and they're the people who broke my heart, but they didn't break me. So yes, 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 yes. Okay. 95% of the thoughts are programmed into your subconscious brain, which I talked about earlier. That is very true. And 5% of the conscious thoughts doesn't make up because it's your body's belief. That is very true. Your body believes one thing, your heart's going to believe another, and your mind's going to believe another. So you have to get it all in alignment so that you can all believe the same thing. Your body will always be programmed to the past unless you reprogram it to the future. You reprogram it, and you reprogram it to the beliefs that you want, desire, and or have. Now, when you want to start doing things differently, you will see things differently. When you want to continue doing the same things the same, you want to stay stuck in certain situations, things will stay the same. With this being said, when your body doesn't agree with what you're manifesting at the time, when your mind doesn't agree with things, you will know. You will understand, like, I am drained, I am drained, I am drained. The word drained cannot possibly be enough. Whenever I was manifesting my ex, which is why I made the video on Don't Manifest Your Ex, because I manifested my ex was not in alignment for my life, not in alignment for my relationships. I was drained. Like, my emotions were so drained because my body was not looking for that. Okay? Okay. Learning about a vision of the future. Your body is going to be so uncomfortable with this. I know what I'm telling you. The first time I started to visualize, I have a visualization pillow, so I sit on it, I manifest, I visualize things differently, better, bigger, whatever. And the first time I did that, my body went into shock. I was like, oh, nope, no, hold up, back up. Because I was not ready to tap into that just yet. I wasn't ready to see things differently. I was so uncomfortable that I had to stop visualizing. Like, I really did. And I just kept looking back. But then it took for me to understand, in order for good crap to come my way, I have to do the work. It's not going to happen for me. I have to sit down, I have to visualize it, and I have to do it now. The mind changes the thoughts and brings them in line with the past so that it feels comfortable at the same time. That is so true, because whenever you sit, okay, hold on. Let me think about this. Whenever you sit down, you have a thought. The thought is a thing. The thing is a thought. Okay? But the thought process that we hold within ourselves is going to be negative most of the time. Most of the time it's going to be negative until we change it into a positive situation. In order for us to change it into a positive situation, we have to be willing to put in the work in order to change. Your mind can be reprogrammed. Your mind can be reprogrammed, your body can be reprogrammed, your life can be reprogrammed. You say you're going down a dark alley, you can change it to white skies. Like, you can reprogram your life if you put the work in to visualize differently. If you become aware of your thoughts consciously, you become aware of your automatic behaviors. The more you are aware of your unconscious mind and body, the more right decisions will go. When I think about certain things like this, I think if I'm going in a negative way, which is like, for me right now, it's weight. So like, I'm thinking negative about my weight, thinking negative about that, but then I'm eating more, and then I'm gaining more, and then I'm doing this because I'm talking to myself terribly. But have I talked to myself like, blessing my water, blessing this? Yes, my water is cute. Blessing certain things, like blessing my life, like blessing my weight, blessing certain things. I'm beautiful. I see things differently. I just see it as like, people see beauty in me. No matter what size I am, no matter if I'm gaining or losing, I am beautiful to somebody, and that's just what it is. Pay attention to your thoughts, actions, and emotions, and change them. Whenever you pay attention to your thoughts or your actions, people vibe with you differently, because before, like 3 years ago, I used to be such a fast reactor, and now I'm more of a slow, let me watch you for a second, let me figure out what you're doing, observe, make sure you're doing things differently. Like, I'm a very observer now, and then I ask questions, which I said on my last video too. I'm a very question person. Like, I like to ask questions. now versus before. I would start screaming at people and get nowhere. And now I get places because I ask questions. But now I also sit down, visualize, see things differently, because in order for me to gain wealth, gain health, and gain happiness, and gain everything that I truly desire in life, I have to visualize my life differently. Because if I still think that boys who do the bare minimum and having a basic bank account is okay, like, that's what's gonna happen. It really is. It is. It is. It is. It is. It is. And that's pretty much it for visualization, and really getting you to understand that, you know, our mind and our body and our soul are connected. We just gotta connect them. We gotta reprogram it. All right, guys. I love every single one of you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.